Welcome students in my new tutorial, and in this tutorial I'll be teaching you about nested list. That means list inside a list. If you could see this output, you could see here number 1 it's written input devices, and inside this it's written mouse and keyboard. That means type of two input devices, mouse and keyboard, and then in between one red line, and then of course afterwards number 2 output devices, and then monitor and printer. So actually this is the proper example of nested list. So here I have used three types of list. You could see here simply ordered list, which is showing number 1 and number 2, and in between this where mouse and keyboard is written, this is unordered list. And the same case under output devices, again I have used unordered list where it's written monitor and printer. I hope this is clear. Now we will go towards the practical side where I'll teach you how to get this output with the example of HTML coding. So my dear students, I'm back in the notepad where I have already written this basic code. So it is always a good habit to just write firstly the basic code, then you can click on file and save. In your case, when you are saving it first time, then you click on save as, and then in my case I am saving it in desktop and then students. Under students I am having the folder of 9, and there I can just save it. Like I have given the name as nested list and then click on save, but I have already saved it earlier, so I will not save it, but in your case you will save this. As earlier also I have told you, the advantage is that will be knowing whether any error is coming till here or not. So simply we can always run the program and then check it step by step. So if I'll go to the folder and if I click on nested list, see just now nothing is coming. So because I have not written anything there, so I'll slowly I'll start doing the changes here. Suppose I'll just zoom it. BG color suppose I'm taking as black, and text is equal to cyan. Then here only I'll click on file and save. Yes, you can press keyboard shortcut also, Ctrl plus S, save, and then I can open my students folder, and under students folder in my case I am using number 9 folder. In your case you can use any name of the folder, your class folder, or if you have made the folder with your name you can use that. So this is my program. I'll just right click it because I want to open it with the Chrome. Click on Chrome, and you could see here that background color is coming black. That means till here the programming is okay. So again I'll open the notepad. Yes, text I have given as cyan, that means sky color, but I have not written anything. So I'll continue with my coding. But first of all I want that my text should be in the larger size. So two options I can use, either I can use heading tag or I can use font tag, but here I'll be using heading tag. So I'm giving here as H1, and then I want to make one list, so I want to use bold option, and then along with the bold option underline option, and then I'll write examples of nested list. Then I'll close this underline and then bold. I'll click on file and save. I'll check whether these changes are reflected on the output. I'll press F5 function key. So that means this is coming. Till here my program is okay. You should also do the same way step by step. Now I'll come back to my notepad. Till here my program is okay. Now I want to start my ordered list because I am teaching you the use of nested list. So here I'll type OL type is equal to 1, simple numbering I want to use, and then what I'll do, here I'll write list items, that means li, input devices. Now under input devices, as I have shown in the starting, I want to write at least 2 examples of input devices. So I'll write here, yes, one thing more I want to tell you, that I don't want to close this list. Inside this list I want to make a new list as shown in the starting. So without closing this, again I'll start with the angle bracket, and here I want to write UL type is equal to circle. So I want to continue with unordered list. Type is equal to circle. Then here I'll write list item, mouse, keyboard. So 2 examples I have given. So I'll close this UL, and here I'll give the name as output devices, but before that you have to write with list item, that means li you will type. That means now I am back in my main list. Here I'll write output devices, and then I'll just close this. So what it means, this is the main list. Wait, I'll show you. This is the main list, okay? So as I have told you that OL is the main list, that means ordered list. So this is the main list, and again this is the main list, okay? And then now which I am selecting, this is the nested list, that means a list inside a list. I hope this is clear to you. Firstly, I want to check whether everything is okay. I'll click on file, save, and then I want to go back to my program, press F5 function key. So till here it's looking nice. Input devices, then mouse and keyboard, and I want little gap here. After input devices I want little gap, and the same case after keyboard I want little gap. So what I could do here, I can simply make BR if I want the gap, vertical gap. The same case here also, one BR I can add. And then after this also, when I am closing my unordered list, I can give one BR here also. Let's see. You could see that gap is entered. It's looking nice. So I'll go back. Now again one sub list I have to make, that means nested list. So I'll go here. Just to save the time, what I'll do, I'll just copy this. The same trick you can also use. Control C for copy, and then Control V to paste. But the changes what I want to do, I want to use scare, and output devices. Before that I have to just delete this one, because that only I was showing you as example. This OL I'll put here, and then UL type is equal to square, and here I'll write monitor, and the second list item I'll give as printer. Here there is no use of BR, and after output devices I may give the gap, but I'll see the result first. File, save. So input devices is also okay, and then nested list, mouse and keyboard, and it is having circle. And in case of output devices, this is again the main list, and inside this nested list, monitor and printer. With this I want to add something more. I want to add the lines in between just to make it more beautiful. So I can use the HR in between. I'll go to my notepad. Now in between this input and output devices I want a line. So I can press the tab key, and here I can start with HR. That means horizontal line. Size I'll give as 40, and then I'll close it. Firstly I'll try and I'll see how it's coming. So it's looking like this, but it's not looking that beautiful. So I'll do little more changes in this. Firstly I want to color it, so I'll color it to red. Alignment also I want to do, but before doing that I want to decrease the width. So suppose I am taking width as 300, and alignment, align is equal to left I want to take, so that the my horizontal line starts from the left side. I'll click on file and save, and now I'll see the result. I'll press F5 function key. 300 is not looking that okay, so I'll just increase the width. Let it be 400. File and save, and then I'll see the result. This seems okay, and after this line, horizontal line, I want more gap. For that, simply I can use one BR in between. Here I can write one BR. Then I'll see the result. This is okay. So with this example, I hope it is clear to you how to use a nested list. Yes, you can of course take as many experiments with this. You can use some other tags, but my main focus was to teach you how to use nested list. With this, I am closing my tutorial, and if you like my explanation, then please do like, share and comment, and subscribe my channel if you have not subscribed it earlier. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Meet you soon with the next tutorial.